That bridge many a times for lunch, and went for a run, grabbed lunch, and was coming back across the bridge. And I was maybe about 30 feet away and saw this woman ahead of me try to put one foot up on the rail of the bridge. And obviously it grabbed my attention, and I got a few steps closer. I asked a couple in front of me, "What's this lady trying to do?" And then they said, "I don't know." Next thing I know, she's got her body on the rail and flips over to the other side. And so I scurried over there and just kind of asked her, I said, "Hey, what's going on?" She said, "Oh, I just wanted to get a better look at the bridge from this side, and of the city from this side." I said, "Oh no," and I kind of just at that time I just kind of hooked her arm with mine, and I said, "You don't want to do that." I said, "It's just as good over here." I said, "Why don't we just go grab some lunch and talk about whatever?" And she said, "No, no, no, I'm better off on this side. Just let me go." And I said, "Oh no," I said, you're not going to let you go." I said, "Let's just talk this out and we'll get you back over here." And she's like, "No, just, no one wants to help me, just let me go." And I said, "No, we're here to help you." And I said, "I won't." She's like, "You'll forget me tomorrow." I said, "I'll never forget you. You can have my promise on that." And I was able to mouth to the people walking by, because I didn't want to freak her out more than she obviously was. And I just kind of mouthed to the guy to call 911, and he did. And then more people walking over the bridge helped. Another guy grabbed her arm to help me, and just kind of locked both my arms behind her back, and she a couple times slipped her legs off the ledge and became dead weight. And I just was thinking, God, this has got to be a good ending and not a bad ending, and just held on for dear life. And got another guy walking across the bridge. I said, he said, "How can I help?" I said, "If you'd help grab her ankles under the on the bottom rail." And he was able to kind of pin her ankles there until the police came, and the police boat came below us. And there was actually a helicopter above, and ambulance came, and policemen, and they were able to eventually, we tried to lift her 1, 2, 3 right when they got there, and I said, I've been holding her for about 10 minutes. I said, "I'll give you everything I got," and we tried to get her, we couldn't. And then they were able to get a life preserver on her and kind of hook her arm, and got a handcuff around her wrist to the bridge, and kind of explained to her that she was secured, so she needed help cooperate, and eventually we were able to flip her back to the other side. And then I just, that's where that picture came from. Where I just, I told her I didn't forget her, and we'd be here, and she's better off on this side than the other side, and just wanted her to know that. And went back to the hotel and tried to relax for an hour and head over here. So that's the interesting afternoon. But I'm glad she's all right, and glad it's a positive story and not a sad story.